get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Thanksgiving Eve. Don't worry, the rain is almost done. We're almost done with the rain. So that's good. So you got to get up. It's Wednesday. I know it might be a day off for you, so maybe you don't got to get up. I don't know.
Yeah, traffic was
Some people have the day off today, right?
Yeah, there was traffic, but not as much as there usually is.
Well, 19 minutes after 7 o'clock, it is November 26, 2014. Thank you for tuning in here at the studios of The Source, WOCA, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary, less affectionately known as the food court.
Yeah.
It is 50 degrees.
Yes, it is.
And is it still raining, Robin? Just a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it's just misty rain.
Just I see a few drops hitting the remnants, the puddles out there.
Yeah.
There were some pretty large puddles on my way in here this morning. I have a couple areas I passed that have drainage problems when it rains heavy. Mm-hmm. And then there are puddles in the road.
Yeah.
Like big puddles.
Uh-huh.
Like the kind that splash you if you're walking next to a car.
Oh, yeah, those are huge.
So I didn't splash anybody. There's usually not anybody out at the time of the morning I drive here.
No, but there are critters out there.
Critters? Yeah. I don't see them, but I guess they're out there.
I saw one last night for the very first time when I took Cosmo out. It was late, and all of a sudden I heard this rustling, and I looked. It was an armadillo.
Oh, really?
Cosmo was doing his thing. He didn't notice, thank goodness. And I just watched the armadillo walk, and then the armadillo stopped and stared at me because I had my flashlight, for the woods there. And then he just went on his merry way real slow. So I thought, wow, how pretty.
Even if you live in the biggest city in the world, which I guess is what now? They used to say New York. Now what do they say? Hong Kong or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Or what do they say? The biggest city?
Dubai. I think it's
well, it might be the richest.
Yeah.
But anyway, and there's every once in a while you'll see a critter, even in a big city. You see a squirrel.
Yeah, well, they're common.
All right, let me tell you what. Good morning, Robin. Let me tell you what we're doing this morning. That was a big old tangent, wasn't it? I don't know if it was a tangent.
I just had to tell you about my
your armadillo.
Yeah, about my National Geographic experience.
I wonder, like if you could cast a magic spell, or maybe like in heaven when we all die, the animals can communicate with you. Like psychics. We've had our share of people who say they can talk to anything.
Yeah, we certainly have all these years.
But they all say, and let me use that as an example. They always say, you can communicate with rocks or dogs or giraffes or fish.
Yeah.
You can, leaves.
Yeah.
You can communicate with your amaryllis. Is amaryllis? Is that a plant?
Yes, okay. Amaryllis, yes.
I tried to sound smart.
It was good. You were good. You did it. You nailed it.
But can you imagine, they said, why did you give me that name? Armadillo. Mm-hmm. You could have given me a different name. Platypus. Yeah. It's bad enough I have these funny looking body parts, but you call me a platypus?
That's right.
Couldn't you have something, call me like a royal something?
Exactly.
All right, let me see what we're doing. 7:35 this morning, Time magazine has issued their nominees for Person of the Year. And so I want to tell you who they are. I think that'll be fun. And Jim Penna sent me, actually I'll do this part first. Jim Penna sent me an essay from the Constitution Party. I think it was written by a guy named Darrell Castle. I printed it up, but it printed up kind of funky. And anyway, so he sent it to me, and I thought it would be worth sharing a little bit of it. Maybe I should go online. This printed version looks crazy. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so the question is regarding the president's actions on immigration and all that. So
yeah.
So we'll do that at 7:35, but that'll be a small part of it, and the bulk of it will be me telling you who Time magazine is nominating as Person of the Year.
Oh, cool. Person
of the Year.
Nice.
8:35. We don't offer much commentary. We try to offer none at all. Mm-hmm. It is supposed to be theoretically, in theory, It is pure news.
Yes.
Although you could argue that some of the news agencies we get the stories from slant their news, so there's kind of embedded, commentary, I guess. 9:05 today, Henry Hutchison is coming in. He's the president of Family Business USA. He's written a book called Dirty Little Secrets of Family Business.
Yep.
How to successfully navigate family business conflict and transition. Are you in a family business? We work for a family business.
Yes, we do. It is nice.
Richard Vague is not so sure what he's going to talk about. No, I'm teasing. Wouldn't that be funny?
I know.
You know what I'm going to do? When I retire, I'm going to be like a professional guest.
Yeah.
I don't think you can make money being a guest, but I'm just going to be a professional guest. I'm going to have some crazy name like that, like Vague, like or like Larry Babble.
No, there you
and
go.
I'll just babble about everything. I'll be Larry Vague. Vague. I'll just not so sure what I'm talking about today.
Don't you have an idea? No.
Well,
Let me think.
sort of, kind of. Richard Vague is not going to be vague. He's talking about the next economic disaster, why it's coming, and how to avoid it. Randy Sutton, coming out of 10:05. He's a retired law enforcement officer with more than 34 years of extensive police experience in investigations. We invited him to come on to talk about the incidents up in Ferguson.
Yep.
And it also happens that he has a book. It's called The Power of Legacy, Personal Heroes of America's Most Inspiring People. So it's kind of in line with our Times Most Person of the Year.
Yep.
John Fuller, I will tell you in advance, it is not a live broadcast today. He's out with his family. I don't know where he's going exactly.
South Florida somewhere.
South Florida, okay, for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yep.
So he instructed us last week when he left to please play a rebroadcast from one of his previous shows. So that's what you will hear today at 10:35. Dr. Donald Hayes is coming on 11:05. He's a doctor of chiropractic and the president of Wellness Watchers Global. And his book is called Alkalize Now. pH balancing is important for your health. We've heard this a number of times. I believe it's true. And so he'll talk about it. Steve Kleinedler, coming on 11:20. He's a linguist. And the executive, and he's not a cunning linguist, by the way.
No.
He's a linguist.
Well, you never know. Ask
He's
his
the
wife.
executive editor of the reference group at Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. That sounds like The Office, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Mifflin,
He's
Dunder
going to talk
Mifflin.
about the fifth edition of the American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language. That's a fun topic. I always love that topic.
That is such fun.
Fun with Joe today. Remember yesterday I was telling you I had this idea for you and Joe with true and false questions?
Yes.
Where all the questions are true or false, so there's only two answers. Well, two possible answers, either true or false. Two choices is what I should say. And you don't have to answer the question. What you have to do is either decide to answer it or pass it on to him if it's you, and he will need to pass it on to you. Now, if either of you get it wrong, then the other person gets the point. So there's always going to be a point earned. There's no bell ringing in this one.
Okay.
And it's not true or false.
Oh, wow.
What it is, same thing, same idea, but the two choices, instead of being true or false, it's Mars or Hershey's.
Oh, yummy. Oh, my gosh.
I will tell you the candy name.
I should get some candy.
I will tell you the candy name. And then you will say, well, I don't want to answer that one. I'd rather Joe answer it. And if he answers it right, then he gets a point. And you just sacrificed a point. You got a 50-50 chance of getting it right, so you might choose it yourself.
Mars or Hershey. That's fun.
Mars or Hershey. Instead of true or false, Mars or Hershey. On the segment we're doing with Galen Unold from Life South, Galen travels a lot.
Yeah,
I used to travel a lot. You've traveled, you and Ronnie have traveled a lot in this past year or so.
Yeah.
I used to travel a lot. I don't travel a lot. And when I traveled a lot, I hated it. I really did. I got to the point where I couldn't wait to be done traveling and to get home. I envied people who'd never traveled. And I am one of those people now. And now it's the opposite. The grass is always greener kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I have a lot of traveling way in my history. Galen does a lot of traveling now. You've done a lot of traveling the past year. And a lot of people are traveling this minute as we speak.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had the 12 travel pet peeves.
Okay.
This is an article from Huntington Press, I think I got it from.
I bet I know what Galen's number one is.
I know it is. The 12 travel pet peeves, the things that you just don't like about traveling. I got my own. I got a few of my own, actually.
Yeah.
All right. So those are the things. So let's see. I'm kind of having fun this morning. It is kind of a fun day, the day before Thanksgiving. I hope that things settle down in Ferguson. I will never understand it.
No.
I understand the frustration of the people who didn't agree with the grand jury. I don't understand with the way they're expressing their frustration.
Yeah.
I will tell you that we have had a lot of people who've been taking their reaction to that and, in my opinion, manifesting their frustration in the worst possible way, which is setting fires to cars and houses and buildings and businesses.
Yeah.
That's the worst possible way to manifest your frustration. But it's not limited to Ferguson. People are doing it elsewhere in the country for the same reasons. They're all pointing to Ferguson saying, this is why we're looting, this is why we're stealing, this is why we're burning cars. I must say, there was a report this morning about Florida, however, being the good role model. All right, you're frustrated. All right, you don't agree with it. All right, but guess what they're doing? They're doing peaceful protests, and they're gathering at parks, praying, lighting candles, and going to churches and gathering. I don't agree with your opinion, by the way.
No.
But I do agree with the way you're handling it. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport.
Go back to your vehicles. We need to return home now.
Another night of protest in Ferguson, Missouri.
Police officers and National Guard troops moved people down the street here to get them away from the police station. They looted a few more businesses, broke some windows, and then set the car on fire. But thankfully, after this car burned, that's when the National Guard troops and police moved in again, dispersed the crowd, and it seemed to calm down from there.
Fox's Adam Housley. Police arrested 45 people, mostly for misdemeanors. The perfect storm for a holiday travel nightmare.
We do have areas of heavy rain pushing through portions of the Carolinas and up into the mid-Atlantic, including parts of Maryland and Virginia. We're looking at winter storm warnings that are in effect from parts of northeastern Pennsylvania up into Maine. And generally, you're looking at amounts of 6 to 10 inches of snowfall.
Fox News meteorologist Maria Molina. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baer.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The number one place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Who would you feed if you had 50 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A? WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall have teamed up to reward one organization with 50 chicken sandwiches as a way of saying thanks for the great work that organization is doing in our community. And we need your help. See, there are so many great people doing great things that we need nominations. You can nominate your own organization or any organization you choose. Simply send an email to WOCA@WOCA.com. And in 350 words or less, tell us why the organization you are nominating should receive 50 free chicken sandwiches from WOCA and Chick-fil-A at the Paddock Mall. We'll review your nominations and then select one deserving organization each month. We'll announce the winner and even read the winning entry on the air. Make sure to include the contact name and phone number of the organization that you are nominating. And thanks from your friends at WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall.
I'm Major George Patterson from the Salvation Army. Please stop by our family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala, where on Wednesday you have a 50% off clothing and bric-a-brac. On Friday, 25% off furniture and large appliances. And on Saturday, stop by our yard sale from 8:45 to 11. Donations can be made by calling 352-732-4469 and we'll pick it up. Funds from the store go toward the services that we provide in Marion County.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
The 59th Annual Ocala Christmas Parade is Saturday, December 13th.
And WOCA will be broadcasting live play-by-play
and color commentary
streetside from Life South Community Blood Center on Silver Springs Boulevard.
This year, the theme is Home for the Holidays.
And we'll be celebrating our home, Ocala.
As on-air personalities you hear every day on The Source,
usher in the holiday season with this award-winning parade.
The parade begins at 5:30 p.m.
So tune in and stop by to say hello to your friends.
From WOCA, The Source. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be, let's see, that would be 2 weeks from this Saturday.
Yes.
2 weeks from this Saturday is the Ocala Christmas Parade. We will be there, as the commercial just said. Mm-hmm. That was you and I on the commercial.
Yeah.
I believe Joe and Dan will be there.
Yep.
I don't know that Buddy and Tom will be there. A couple of years ago they were, and I don't think last year they were.
No, I don't think so.
A couple of other on-air personalities you here might be there as well.
Galen was there.
Galen has come by the booth. Yeah, so we'll be outside. Well, especially because we'll be at Life South. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, it is 50 degrees right now. Let's see if my forecast goes all the way up. No, it doesn't go to the 13th.
Oh, okay.
It's a little far away, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, temperatures are expected to get cold after this rain is done today.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say 50 is cold, right? It was like 72 or something yesterday at this time, right?
Yeah.
So 63 is today's high, 43 is tonight's low, 66 is tomorrow's high, 37 is tomorrow's low, tomorrow night, Thanksgiving night. Mm-hmm. And then Friday, when you're out shopping, 59 degrees is the high, so you better get your jacket, your sweater, whatever you need. 45 is the low Friday night, so it's a little bit warmer. And then as we go deeper into the week, it gets back to Florida temperatures, 70s, almost 80 degrees on Monday. Maybe even 80. It says 79.
Wow, that's swimming weather.
Could be. One of these days, my bucket list, I'm going to go down to Florida and actually swim in the winter.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
It's a joke. I've never actually done it. Have you? Have you swam in Florida in all the years you've been here in the winter?
The first year we moved here, because everything was,
your blood was still thin.
Yeah.
Or thick, whatever it is.
Still thick. And then the next.
Whatever they say.
They were making fun of me. And then the next year.
They were making fun of me.
My friends were making fun of me because, the next year, I said, ooh, I'm not going swimming this year because it's too cold. They said, it don't get cold in Florida.
It don't get
cold. It was being silly because that's what I said the first year. What did I know? I was a newbie.
It's kind of funny. All right, so let's see. The two things I wanted to talk about. I wanted to tell you who Time Magazine has nominated. Actually, I think they're using the internet to get us to decide, right?
Oh, so it's general opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder.
I think.
I don't know about stuff
Time's
like that.
editors will choose the person of the year, but that doesn't mean readers shouldn't have their say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on their website, time.com. Cast your vote for the person you think most influenced the news this year, for better or worse. See, I don't like that part.
No.
I don't like the fact that you can vote for somebody who made the world a worse place.
Yeah.
I don't like that fact, because if you're gonna put somebody on the cover of a major magazine,
mm-hmm.
it should be an honor because they did something wonderful.
Exactly.
I don't like the part that they actually consider people who did bad things, but
no.
All right, let's go to the thing that Jim Penna sent me. Jim Penna sent me a link to the Constitution Party website. On the Constitution Party website, the link he sent me was to a response to the president's speech on immigration. It is an essay written by Darrell Castle. I do not want to read the whole thing to you, but I want to read it to you, some of it. This is what Mr. Castle wrote. He wrote, "What does the President's speech on immigration and amnesty delivered Thursday, November 20th, 2014 mean for America and for Americans? The American system under the Constitution is divided into 3 separate branches, each having distinct sets of powers and responsibilities. Overriding it all is the knowledge that rights come from God, not from government. This is the American system of law and government that generations of Americans have fought to preserve." Absolutely, I believe that.
Yeah.
"It has never been intended for power to be embodied in a single person, but rather in a system governed by the Constitution." And yes, hopefully you can discern between when I'm reading and when I'm commenting. I'm commenting now. So far, what I've read, I agree 100%. Not that there's anything later on that I don't. I don't mean to imply that. What I'm saying is that absolutely. I mean, that is what the Founding Fathers wanted. They wanted a place where there was no such thing as a king. I've said it over and over and over and over again. The word president is derived from the word preside.
Exactly.
The president's job is to preside over. Now, I'm not picking on President Obama when I say that. I'm picking on almost every president.
Yeah.
Because almost every president has done this. FDR had... and I looked it up so I wouldn't be wrong. Hold on, where's FDR in here? Gosh, where is he? FDR, here he is. 3,522 executive orders in his presidency. 3,522. Of course, he was in office for longer than any of them, but still, 3,500 executive orders, meaning 3,500 times he decided to do it by himself.
Yeah, exactly.
In contrast, Barack Obama, 183, 6 years into it. So, like it or not, it's not something that he's the only one who's done. But I do agree with the Constitution Party's opinion on this, is that, you know, this is a country that is designed to be ruled by the people. And the people are represented by the representatives.
Yeah.
Let me continue reading now. "The framers listed the powers of Congress as Article 1 for a reason. Congress is the preeminent body, the representatives of the people, period." I love that.
Yeah.
Article 1, Section 1 is the most important section of the entire Constitution. It states, quote, "All legislative power herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives," unquote. Bingo. That is exactly right. The president should preside. The person we pick as a president, and again, I'm not picking on Obama. I would say the same thing about any of them.
Yeah.
I would say the same thing about any of them. In my lifetime, maybe with the exception of Ronald Reagan, presidents floundered a lot. They didn't take on a leadership role. They didn't say, look, let's get together and figure this out.
Yeah.
I will preside over what you're doing. I will give you feedback to what you're doing. I was elected because I've got leadership qualities. So look to me. I'm not going to turn you away because you're from the other party, because once we're voted into office, as you always say, Robin, you don't represent your party, you represent the people.
Exactly.
You represent, when you're elected, and by the way, just so you know, like I say, I hope you can discern between when I'm reading and when I'm commenting. I'm not going to read any more from that piece. You'll have to go to the Constitution Party website. It's constitutionparty.com if you want to see it. But when you are elected into an office, and gosh, I love talk show listeners because I know you all know this, so forgive me. I'm not talking to you because I know you know this. But I'm just talking. I'm not talking to any of you because we all agree on this. That when you are elected into office, you represent the people who voted against you.
Yeah.
As much as the people who voted for you.
That's right.
And I know that this audience gets that. What is amazing to me is our elected officials sometimes don't seem to get that.
No, they don't.
And so when you're elected to be the representative, your job is to represent. How many times have I had a representative candidate, whether it's the Senate or even the city council or anything, they're all supposed to represent the people, and ask this question: 99% of your constituents if you're elected, want you to vote yes on something. 99% of them. You, on the other hand, are siding with the 1% to vote no. What do? Oh, I vote no, is always the answer. Always the answer. And then I will come back and say, but doesn't that not represent the people?
Yeah.
Well, yes, it does. Because if I'm in there, then the people voted me in there. So I don't like that answer. I don't like the answer when somebody says to me, okay, I got 51% of the vote, so I'm in office. So, okay, so the majority of the people want you in that office. Now that you're in that office, guess what? You represent the 49% who didn't want you there. The 49% who didn't want you there are your responsibility. Their voice needs to be expressed by you.
Yeah.
You're the mouthpiece for that 49%. So if 60, 70, 80, 90% of the people in your constituency want you to vote a certain way and you don't agree with them, guess what your job is? Your job is to really do some deep thinking to see, are they right or am I right? And if I'm wrong, I need to find out where I'm wrong from those people. So I need to meet with them and have them put some sense into my head. Or I need to be a leader. Hello?
Yes.
I need to be a leader. That's why we vote for people, because we want them to be leaders. And I need to convince them of where they are wrong. And that means I need to do a lot of town hall meetings. I need to do a lot of communicating to the people. And that includes the city councilman, the mayor, in the mayor's case of Ocala, it's not so important, but
yeah, the county commissioner,
everybody, the congressman, the senators, the president of the United States.
That's right.
In the case of Ferguson, the president of the United States needs to get together. Has to have, what do you call when people get together? Not a forum, but a summit. Have a summit.
Yes.
The president needs to call for a summit of all of the law enforcement leaders of this country. Invite them all to a week up in Washington, D.C. Get the sheriffs or their representatives. Get the police chiefs or their representatives. Get them all to show up at a place, and you want them all in advance to send you their ideas of what can be done so that a police officer is never likely, anyway, to be in a position where he will find himself at the end of the day knowing that he just killed a person. And I'm not saying it wasn't in self-defense, and I'm not referring specifically to Michael Brown or to any of them. But we might have some ideas among those who do this as a profession.
Yes.
We might have some ideas among them that could be implemented, whether it's technology or simple protocol. There might be some ideas that would work. Maybe there are some communities that already use ideas. Maybe they can say, look at our statistics. You know, we should do this with the schools too.
Yes.
There are some school districts in our country that the students do outstandingly well. Well, let's look at what they do. There's no shame in copycatting somebody that's doing it right.
That's right.
So have a summit, get the law enforcement professionals all together, talk it out, go for a whole week at this. You know, enjoy yourself, serve cake.
Right, exactly.
Whatever. You know, put them up in nice rooms. Okay?
Yeah.
And at the end of it, I want you to announce, this is what we figured out. This is what we may have been doing wrong. This is perhaps what we will change so that these circumstances don't happen anymore.
That's right. Excellent.
I'm going a little bit long. All right, we need to push forward. I've got to take a break. I want to come back. I want to tell you the people who Time Magazine is considering to be the person of the year for 2014. See if you agree. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. A safe boating is no accident. A flood watch is in effect until noon. Cloudy this morning with periods of rain and some thunder. Watch for localized flooding. Mostly cloudy, windy, and turning cooler this afternoon with a high between 68 in the north to 74 in the south. Clearing and colder tonight, low 38 at a few inland spots, 45 at the coast. Tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, will be mostly sunny with highs in the 60s to near 70. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Experience Christmas at Gaylord Palms, November 15th through January 4th with Ice, featuring the Nutcracker. Relive your favorite scenes from the classic ballet, hand-carved in more than 2 million pounds of ice sculptures and slides. Enjoy a special bonus area, the Frostbite Factory, and watch artisans from Harbin, China carve amazing ice sculptures before your eyes. Your awe-inspiring experience concludes with the wonder of the Nativity in Ice. For tickets and packages, visit christmas@gaylordpalms.com.
Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. right here on The Source, WOCA. Don't miss Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with your hosts, Francois Cousinet and Julianne Cousinet. They'll be giving you information about your retirement funds and answering your questions with live call-in. So don't miss it, Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
All right, 10 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning, the day before Thanksgiving. It is 50 degrees here at the studios of The Source, and hopefully you're having a good day. And don't worry about the rain. It'll clear up, and then some cool temperatures moving in. I for one, if we could control the weather completely and it was up for a vote, I would vote for cool, dry temperatures on the two holidays at the end of the year. Well, three. Thanksgiving, New Year's, and Christmas.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, can we make those cold?
Yeah.
Or cool, just cool. Don't make them hot. 4th of July, I would always vote for hot.
Yeah.
You know, Memorial Day, always want hot.
Yes.
You know.
Always hot.
So I got my hot days.
Yeah.
All right. So Time Magazine, I guess it was last week that they began this whole thing. And I really think it's the editors who make the ultimate choice of who becomes Person of the Year on their magazine. But they do let you vote on the internet. Right now, the leader at 12.1% is Narendra Modi, who I might be pronouncing the name wrong. That is the Prime Minister of India.
Uh-huh.
He is currently leading the pack with 12.1% of the vote. Who else is on the list? Beyonce is on the list. So you go from a world leader
Yeah.
to an entertainer.
Yeah, exactly.
Elizabeth Warren is on the list, the Democratic senator from Massachusetts, who says she won't run in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see where she is on the list of. Let's see how.
You said she's a Democrat, right?
Yep.
Hillary got to her.
Yeah. Oh, I don't see. She's got 1.4% of the vote so far. 1.4% of the vote so far. Kanye West. Oh, you got to be kidding.
Oh, my God. He must be for the worst.
Rarely has a public figure made so much news saying so little so often. That's what it says here.
He's so rude.
His social media antics and much hyped nuptials to Kim Kardashian this summer have buoyed his profile as he toured in support of his album, Yeezus.
Oh, my gosh.
So you know what they do? They pick people who are in the news a lot. All right, Dilma Rousseff, the leftist president of Brazil, was narrowly reelected after a gripping election that hinged on the country's struggling economy. She's possibly going to be the Person of the Year. I wouldn't count on that. Mitch McConnell possibly will be the Person of the Year. I wouldn't count on that either. Poised to become Senate Majority Leader, the Kentucky Republican faces steep challenges in uniting a fractious party. That's Time Magazine's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Joko Widodo.
Okay.
The president of Indonesia is on the list. You never know. He might be. Harvey Levin, his tabloid news website broke some of the biggest stories of the year, including the Jay-Z Solange elevator tape and the audio recording of former Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling's racist comments. I doubt that he'll make the cover of the magazine, but he's on there. Vladimir Putin.
Okay,
you could argue that he's made a lot of news this year, but I don't agree with putting somebody on the cover of the magazine. This is my opinion. Simply because he made a lot of news. Because they do say for better or worse. Have affected the world for better or worse. Why would you put anybody on there who did it for the worse?
Yeah, exactly.
Vladimir Putin. Let me see where he is on the list. Let's see how he's doing.
I just think that's awful. You should honor somebody that does it for the greater good.
Yeah, so Narendra Modi winning so far from the... Vladimir Putin is third place. You're kidding me.
Oh, my gosh.
You're kidding me. 6.4% of the vote for him.
Gee.
The Ebola doctors and nurses as a group. That's not a bad idea.
No, that's an
I wonder where they stand. Oh, they stand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're in fifth place with 4.2%.
Oh, okay. Well, they got to get higher than Putin. Because
well, see,
we want for the good guys. You know?
Yeah. Well, the public opinion will maybe not match the editors of Time magazine. The Ferguson protesters, another group of people being considered for Person of the Year, and they are number 2 on the list. They are right under Narendra Modi, 7.7%.
Jeez, that's right. Honor somebody that's destroying everybody's livelihood in their homes.
Tom Frieden is director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. He is on the list. He should be higher than he is. Shonda Rhimes, the creator of Grey's Anatomy and Scandal, expanded her TV empire by executive producing How to Get Away with Murder, giving her command of ABC's entire Thursday night lineup.
Wow.
Not bad for her. I don't think that's material for Person of the Year. Oh, this girl. This girl may become Person of the Year. Malala Yousafzai, the 17-year-old Pakistani activist for female education, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, making her the youngest person ever to become a Nobel laureate. Isn't this the girl that got shot in the face?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay, let me see where she is on the list.
Okay, there you go.
Malala.
I'll vote for her.
She's she's fourth on the list.
Gosh.
She has 4.8% of the vote. Yeah, so far I think she's my favorite. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. You gotta be kidding.
Oh, gee.
The head of ISIS, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that who he is? Am I making a mistake?
Yeah, no, you're not. No.
Where is he on this list? Let's see.
That is so ridiculous.
Abu Bakr.
I mean, I don't respect Time anymore because they're doing, good or bad. It should be good to be honored.
That's how I feel, too.
I mean, where are these role models for the children?
Well, I don't see too many people voting for Abu Bakr, so... he's not. He's way down the list. He's got 0.8%, but some people did vote for him. Wow.
Gosh.
Wow.
Well, if they're going to do that, they should have 2 covers, one on the front and one on the back.
Rand Paul. Rand Paul is a Republican from Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Kentucky. Good morning. You're on the air. Are you there?
Hey, yes, hello.
Good morning.
A famous one, 1933... No, I think it was 1934, actually. Adolf Hitler won.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Year, so
yeah.
It's an old tradition with Time.
I know.
It's the most impactful person, not necessarily the best person, that's all.
I know, but I don't like that idea.
It's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess somebody else was trying to tell me that. The phone lit up a few times right then for some reason.
Yeah, well, we did remember that.
Yeah. Well, and I just don't... Okay, Mary Barra is on the list, confronted with revelations of lethally defective vehicles. GM's first female CEO hopes to rebrand the company. Well, okay, so she's doing her job and all that, but I don't know that that's Time's Person of the Year. Taylor Swift. She's the prettiest person so far on the list.
Yeah, but she's an entertainer.
She's an entertainer.
Beyonce and Kanye West.
And not to take away from entertainers, but I mean, unless you are an entertainer named Ronald Reagan, then
exactly.
maybe. Anyway, well, she's
Yeah.
cute, huh? I'm just looking at her here.
Yeah, she is. She's a sweetheart.
Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader who wants to destroy Israel.
That's right.
He's on the list.
I figured he'd be there.
Yeah, he's on the list.
Yeah.
He's got 0.9% of the vote, by the way. It's too far down the list for me to count. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, despite facing mass anti-government protests during his final term as prime minister, Erdogan became Turkey's first popularly elected president this year. Charles and David Koch, the Koch brothers.
That pushes some buttons.
The Koch's network of political groups spend millions of dollars backing Republican candidates. The Democrats hate these two guys.
Yes, they do.
Their name comes up every time somebody calls.
Yeah.
Let's see where they are. Koch. I don't think they should be on the list. I mean, I don't think they should be voted in. You could put them on the list, but they won't be. They won't be voted in. Can you imagine that? Not that I disagree with some of the things they do, but
yeah,
aren't they just businessmen basically?
Yeah,
but they're businessmen with their hands in the political till because they give so much money.
Exactly.
That is kind of a disturbing thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Lawrence, another entertainer, she had a celebrity nude photo hack, so she became in the news. Come on, that makes you person of the year. Pope Francis, you could argue Pope Francis maybe should be the person of the year.
Yeah.
He was person of the year last year, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Gosh, all right. And I didn't get time to read all of them to you. We've got to go. We've got to take a little break. Galen Unold is up next, and going to change the topic. I like this topic of travel. The pet peeves of travel with Galen Unold from Lifestyle. When we come back, this is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Another night of violence in Ferguson, Missouri, along with protests against the grand jury decision in the Michael Brown shooting.
City Hall windows smashed out, a police car damaged, rocks and bottles thrown, and tear gas deployed.
A lot of the protesters that came out for peaceful protests actually were assisting us tonight. But once again, there are those that are stuck on violence that embed themselves with the peaceful protesters.
State Patrol Captain Ron Johnson, 45 people arrested, some guns confiscated, but officials also note it was an improvement here over Monday night.
Fox Radio's Jeff Manasso in St. Louis. There were demonstrations also across the country from Oakland, California to Manhattan, New York, where demonstrators held up traffic. And on one of the busiest travel days of the year, people on the East Coast running into trouble from a nor'easter. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Look who just walked in the room. Joel Wiesner from What's Up Ocala. Hey, Joel, I'm looking for something to do this weekend. You got any ideas?
Absolutely. Check out our event calendar online at www.whatsupocala.com, and there is plenty of events there for you. Daily news updates to event reviews and magazine articles.
Really?
We've organized it all in one place online for you to cut through all of the hassle of finding something to do this weekend. We have a daily event calendar, a bi-monthly magazine, and we also do daily